Okay, so if you guys don't know who I am and you're new to the team, I'm just going to kind of share just a quick little thing for me. So you guys, when I started this business, we were on food stamps and Medicaid and totally paycheck to paycheck. And I actually had a super slow start in the business. I didn't sign my first customer or distributor for over 3 months into signing up. And so I was super slow, but I'm here today. And the reason for that is because I just kept going, which you guys know, and I was consistent. And so eventually I figured it out. I watched what other people were doing and I tried to be the best copycat ever. And some people don't like that word or that phrase, but I do not care, because you cannot learn how to be great at something without practicing how the great people do it, right? Like, you want to learn how to ride a bike. You're not going to try and make up a new way to ride a bike. You're going to look at somebody that's riding it properly and copy them. So that's really what I did. So of course, you guys know, now Ambassador Diamond. And so the biggest thing is that I just kept going, you guys. And so in April, I made it a huge goal. It's kind of scary to say, but I'm going to go double ambassador. And that sounds really freaking scary because I need a lot of volume. But it's going to happen. It's totally going to happen. So let me just see if she's on, because I have to actually look for these people since it was not planned. Caroline, are you on here? Let me look for her. Oh, I love it. I see so many more faces. You guys are awesome. So awesome today. If I can't see your face, I would love to. Here, let me actually just let you unmute yourself, Caroline. Are you here? She might not be here. I totally understand. Caroline, are you here? I probably should have looked for people first, you guys. I'm sorry. Well, anyways, she's signed 23 loyal customers in the last 4 days. So that's pretty cool. Wish she was here. Oh, are you here? Okay. All right. We're going to go to Carly. I did see your face, Carly. And I will unmute you.
Hi.
Hey, girl. Okay. So someone else unmuted. This is why I can't let you guys control your own stuff. Okay, so Carly, you're freaking killing it, and you're literally going diamond this month, and I'm super, super excited for you. So can you share just your story with us and like why you started and how you got to be such a freaking massive enroller, like literally the last 30 to 60 days, like just massively. Can you share that with us?
Yeah, totally. Okay, so I kind of started just like, it's like just one of the basic reasons, like I needed money, and I had been approached by tons and tons and tons of people from businesses like this, because I'm a photographer. I've had a cute Instagram, so I've always had people messaging me. But I always just would get annoyed because it would be people who weren't following me, had no interaction with me. And I was just like, oh, these It Works girls, oh, these marketing people. And I hated it, you guys. I was like, I'm never going to do that ever. And then Stacy followed me and I was like stalking her. I was like, this girl's so cute and she has like literally the best life ever. And I was just like stalking her, And so one day I was like, I'm going to vote on her poll. Like, I'm going to get info. And so I voted on her poll and she messaged me and I literally asked her probably like 200 questions, you guys. Like so many questions. She was in Hawaii at the time, I think for like Kara's wedding or something, but she was there and I was just like blowing her up with like questions because I was not going to start something if I didn't know everything. I was like, no, not going to do it. And so I finally was like, okay, because it was $99 at the time and I was like skeptical about that. And then a couple days later, she messaged me about a half off deal. And I'm not going to lie, that's the only reason I started. Like if it wasn't half off, I wasn't going to take the leap. Like it's just, I was like, no, not at the time. And it just so happened to be the right time. So I did that because I was a broke college student. I had like, I've been getting my student loans. So I was like comfortable, but it wasn't to the point where like I wanted to be able to get my eyelash extensions and my nails and all that stuff. And so I was like, like it can't hurt. So I did that. And then I went Ruby in like, I think less than 45 days. And I earned the Triple Diamond and Up retreat, which I think is another reason why I like have just been so invested, because I got myself to an event immediately. Like I went to green carpet and then the Triple Diamond Retreat. And so I think just being like all in, you know, like that's why I've like just been, you know, I'm never going to leave. Like, I just love it. And so I did that. And then I had probably like a 6-month period, you guys, where I wasn't signing like at all. Like I was signing customers, like whatever. It was like I was signing quite a few, but like distributors, I probably signed like 1 to 2 in that 6-month period. And that's after I took myself Ruby by myself. I had no working distributors. I in like literally a month and a half all alone. And then I just like stopped. And it's because I wasn't doing personal development. I thought it like people were crazy. Like I was like, I don't need to be listening to audio books or podcasts. Like I was like, no, I'm like, I don't have time. It's fine. And so I wasn't doing that for like 6 months, you guys. And then the month before conference, so it was like January. So I started listening to my self-development and I started getting super excited because I was like, my goal for conference was to be diamond at conference. And I was like, oh, like, why am I not signing, you know? And so the whole month of January, I was just like all in. Like I listened to my personal development every single day. And I just got into like this mood where I was just gonna do it. I was like, nothing is gonna stop me. And I was just so all in. And January 1st, I had a vision board Zoom with my team and we all had our vision boards and I laid everything out and I was like, yeah, this is happening like 100%. And so I literally just completely changed overnight. I was just like, no, like I'm not gonna not do it anymore. So then January, I signed, I think like 8 distributors and people kept asking me like, how are you doing it? How are you doing it? And literally it's just because I believed in myself and I did personal development. And I believed in myself because I was doing that personal development. And people think I'm crazy. They're like, you can't just believe in yourself and then sign people. And I'm like, you can, you really can. Like, I would just go into every conversation knowing that they would sign. Like whether it was like now or later, they're going to do it because they want to do it. You know, like they wouldn't be talking to you if they didn't want to. So this month, I think, I'm not 100%, but I think I've signed like 14 to 15 distributors. And I
don't know the number.
I don't know the number, but my goal is 20. So I'm going to have to figure out the number. But yeah. And that's the same with like the end of January. I was signing like really big volume customers and I had never done that before. And it's because I wasn't asking. Like if somebody wanted Thermofite X, I was just like, okay, they want Thermofite X. But now like I've been upselling nonstop because if they want one thing, they want it all, you guys. It just depends on when and their situation. So I think the biggest thing was just literally personal development and mindset, because once I started believing in myself, everything changed. Like I was a completely different person.
So what did you start doing for personal development that you hadn't done before?
So I've never been someone who likes to like just journal, and I started journaling and I started affirming. And so I would like write journals about like how things have already happened. Like I straight up wrote this girl onto my team. It was like a specific name, a specific situation, like why she needed to join, all these things. And like she had been telling me for so long she couldn't. And then she was just like, right after I did that, a week later, she was like, okay, I need to do this and I'm ready. And I was like, this is magic. Like, really? And then I also started doing more consistent like personal development as far as like listening. Like I used to just like listen every now and then. And then I got to a point where I was like, because I drive an hour to and from school. So an hour to school and an hour back. And I was like, why am I wasting this time like listening to music or something when I could be like growing my mind, you know? And so I just stopped making excuses and I just did it, you know? Like I just did the dang thing. Like that's what I always say. You just have to just do it.
You're so cute. Okay, so you are awesome. And I love this, you guys, because this is everything. Like this is something that I always know that it works, but there's sometimes when we just choose not to do it. And there's sometimes where we just choose to do it. So Carly, if you have any other tips or anything, just share them in the chat. Cause I'm going to go through like 6 more people. You're amazing and going diamond and earning a $15,000 bonus. And that's amazing. So I'll just kind of share you guys that I am a real person. I don't always feel like it. So I was talking to Aaron like last week and I was totally going to punch him for this, but I was like, I need to go double ambassador. Like, I just need to freaking push it. I'm like, honestly, I have been doing the things. I have been doing the work. You guys, the work is so easy. I can do the work in an hour, hour and a half a day. And I'm like, but I can tell that like my mind is complacent. Like, I know my paycheck's going to grow if I just do the work, blah, 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 but not at leaps and strides that I know I'm capable of. Like when I went, you know, triple or presidential or diamond the first time. So anyways, I said that last week and Aaron's like, yeah, I kind of feel like you haven't had that like all in a while. And I was like, really? But anyways, so this was kind of my turning point, you know, and I'm just going to be really honest. I don't like to be left behind. And a couple nights ago, people were talking about someone being the first double ambassador. And you guys, I'm like fairly close, but fairly like a lot of hard work away. And so long story short, I got a little bit hurt at first and I was like, this sucks. And then I was like, all right, like this person just proved that it can be done and that I can do it. And so I told Aaron, I was like, this is what I need from you. I basically said, like, we're going to bed earlier. I'm reading before I go to sleep every single night. Cause we just sit there and I'll just like be working on my phone or whatever, and we'll be watching TV. And I told him like that goes off at this certain time. And I need, you know, basically I plan on, because obviously we're at home with all 4 kids, basically I plan on going to the car each day for an hour, literally just to the car to work by myself. Cause he's like, I need you to leave the house, because when you're trying to talk to somebody and then the kids are screaming around and then you get frustrated with them, he's like, I can't do that. Like, and I was like, I can't do that either. And then I just become a mean mom. So I'm like, I'm just going to go into the car. So I set up this plan. I set up this schedule. I made a list of every single person that is going to be promoting for this, plus some. I made a game plan with every single person. The first step to promoting, you guys, is planning to promote. It's planning to make the change. And I love Pam's post today, and it was hilarious. It was about Tiger King, which we totally finished. And then she made this post and she's like, there's no BV in TV. Like, you could be spending this time growing your mind. And I was totally about her. I was like, I can do both. And then I was like, you know what? She's right. I could have been farther along if I had been doing something else. And so she's like the best person ever. And so she totally knows. And so I made this commitment, you guys, and I made this plan. And so I want you guys to make this plan. I know this month is not over. And so what I want you guys to do within this next day and tomorrow is bring in at least 2 more distributors. I can sign people all day long for $99. That doesn't matter. Don't ever let that be a mindset thing for you. I've signed 20, 30 distributors in 1 month, multiple times for $99. Okay. Multiple times. But like Carly said, she wouldn't have signed if it wasn't for only $49. So that is a huge, huge thing right now. You guys need to be blowing that up. Put it on your stories, put it on your posts, follow up with every single person. Even if you don't even have anyone to follow up with and you're brand new, this is what you should say. Hey, Carly, okay, this is super random. I started a business. I think you would be freaking amazing at it, and I want you on my team. I know it's super random, but I'm going all in, and normally it's $99, but it's only $49 right now. Like, are you in? This promotion's almost over. I can promise you that if you have a vision, people will follow. I listened to this video or read it in a book today or something like that, and they basically said like, oh no, it was a podcast. Guys, I've been doing all the things today. So basically it's from Ed Milet. He is amazing. And basically he said like, you are the leader. You are the one that can see stuff before other people can see it. And it was very like literal to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, like if you're in front and you're walking, you're the only one that can see the next thing that's coming. And so you have to have that vision. And even if you're a brand new distributor and you haven't even signed a first customer, it doesn't matter. In order to bring people in, you have to be able to say, I'm going Ruby, come with me. And then you're going to go Ruby, come with her, and so on and so forth. And so it's basically, you know, just sharing that vision and being super loud about it. And so that's why I'm just sharing that I'm going double ambassador, because then everyone can hold me to it. It also in this book, which I'm going to challenge us all to, I know we have our 12 books for the year, but I'm going to challenge us all to take a pause on that and read this book that I'm reading. It is so freaking good. It's called Sun Stand Still. And it was, I shared a thing on my stories, but it was just so strongly, like, it just gave me like that perfect peace, that perfect vision of like, you don't have to be 100% sure. He basically said, like, I'll stand up and I'll tell people like, I spoke with God and this and that. He's like, but I'm not actually 100% sure. I'm like 55% sure. But if I was 100% sure, I would either be crazy or, one of those people locked up for talking to God, basically. And he said, but I'm 55% sure. And the other percentage has to come from faith. If we knew 100%, we wouldn't need faith. Faith wouldn't need to be a thing, right? We have to have that faith. And so that was like a huge freaking thing, you guys. This book is like phenomenal. I don't care if you're not religious. I don't care if you're not what, just read it. You will be after that. But anyways, it's super good. Okay. So Cheyenne, I know that you are not expecting this, but can I call on you? Okay. She's like, what? Okay. All right. Can you hear me? I want to make sure I can hear you. Talk. Oh, I can't hear you. Take your headphones out. Nope, can't hear you. Come on, girl, you got this. Leave the meeting and come back and try to like make sure you're in the sound thing. And then I'll move on while you're trying to figure that out. Okay, but you have to leave. If I remove you, it won't let you back on. Okay, Kathy, are you here? Let me see. Oh, let me let you guys unmute yourself. Okay. Kathy, are you on here? Where are you? Okay. All right. Moving on. Tiffany Mark. You guys, I'm sorry. It's super last minute. And so we just do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here.
Oh, wait. Who is that talking? Was that Tiffany or Cheyenne?
Tiffany.
Okay. You're so quiet. I need to find you now. Because I actually don't even know what you look like, if I'm being super honest. Where's your face? Okay. You know what? I don't care. I'll find your face after. Okay. And then I'll put it on the jumbo screen. Oh, there you are. I know who you are. I don't know why. This is going to sound really bad, but never mind. I'll just not say my 2 cents. Okay. So, I don't know why I thought, did you just go diamond? Or are you going diamond?
Yeah, that's my plan.
Okay. You're so cute. Okay. So Jamie said that you were killing it. So can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and like maybe what you've signed this month, what you signed last month? I don't even know how long you've been in the business. So share a little bit about who you are.
So if you guys don't know me, I'm Tiffany, and I've been in the business for a little over a year. Sorry, my son is falling on me. I joined because I went to stay at home with my son, and I'm also a full-time student, and I'm a new mom, so I joined because of my son, so I could not miss his little moments. And that's the reason why I mainly joined. And I saw that Eden had this amazing life, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want that life. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And so what really changed my mindset is that I started doing personal development, because you kept saying, okay, that's the key. And I've been like avoiding it. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. But then I started doing it, and it has changed my business. I got how many girls? I signed 9 girls this month.
Woo!
A game changer for me. I've never signed that many people.
Are you a ruby or an emerald?
Ruby.
Okay. Guys, that's amazing. That's like 150 times 9. How much money is that in fast starts? A lot of money. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
And I just been like every morning I would put some personal development, and like when I'm brushing my teeth I'd be listening to it, or getting ready I'd be listening to it. even though right now there's no point in getting ready because we're all quarantined, but it just helps me. And that's basically it, just personal development and believing yourself and praying to God. Oh, that's the big thing, praying. I've been praying a lot, like every morning, every night, praying what I need and how much BB I need, and the characters that I want, the people that would say, drawing the people
Yeah.
that are wanting to do this business, the personality that they have that I need. And yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. I've just been praying a lot, and that's about it. Personal development and praying.
No, that's, you guys, like, it's like the two big things. Okay, so for your distributors, are you messaging for them? Are you doing host to post, or are they coming to you through, attraction marketing? Oh, wait. You're muted. Oh, wait, you're not muted. My connection is unstable. Okay, hold on. Okay, talk. Let me see. Is it working?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm sorry. My stuff froze. Okay. Anyways, so how have you been signing your distributors?
Host to post.
Perfect.
That's the biggest thing right now. But was it $450 giveaway? I've been using host to post like crazy, like a mad woman, like just every day, just doing host to post. That's basically what I've been doing. I haven't been asking about products or anything. It's just host to post and then if I look at the people's profile and I'm like, oh, they're getting lots of likes, I'm like, okay, perfect. Then I'll offer them the host to post business opportunity. But if it's like they don't have much people liking their stuff, then I just do the coffee.
Okay, awesome. So you guys, this is the way she just explained it. She's doing host to post, and if she goes to their page and it has a lot of interaction, she does the business one. If it doesn't have a lot of interaction, she's doing the coffee host to post. So are you messaging these people to do the host to post, or are you like just making the post and having them comment on it?
I just use the one that you provided for the HAP script. That's what I'm using.
Okay, awesome. And that's where all your distributors have came from?
Yep.
Okay, I love it. That's amazing, you guys. Like, if you guys don't know what host to post is, it's really simple. You ask someone to post something on their wall for you, and they do, and then you message those people who, comment and like on it. The business one she's talking about, it's that one that like lists like must be 18 years and older, blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So that's in the team page, and Jocelyn can steal it for the rest of you guys. So do you do Instagram?
I try to, but I don't get as much on Instagram. I mainly do Facebook.
Okay, perfect. Oh, okay. This is a really good question too. So then once you get their interest, do you give them the opportunity videos?
For the ones that are interested, yes. But the ones that are like, okay, I'm ready to jump in, then I don't. I just send them.
I love that. Yeah. So basically, you guys, what she's saying is that like, if they're asking more questions or not sure, she'll give them the opportunity videos. But if she's just like, hey, it's $99 or $49, whatever, let's get you started, she's just starting them up, which I do that too. If they're not asking anything else, I'm like, okay, let's just sign you up. And they're like, okay, let's do it. So, okay, awesome. I love that. So you guys, if you don't know what host to post is, just ask your enroller. It's amazing. And we will be doing another giveaway for April. Don't worry about it. But I do want to switch it up a little bit. So what I was thinking is, I've seen some people do like something for every Friday. So maybe like $100 every Friday. So like, it'll always be like, this Friday, we're doing $100 cash giveaway live or something like that. But you guys can let me know what your, let's see. Yeah. Eden's correct. If you're on a team training, that means you're going diamond, and you have to. You can't not. But anyways, okay. All right, here. Let me see. Megan Sheridan. I hope I'm saying that right. Let me make it so you guys can mute yourself. Or Cheyenne, either one. Megan or
I'm here.
Cool. Okay, cool. Awesome. Perfect. All right. So can you tell us a little bit about you, like why you started and how much have you signed this month? Because you guys, like, if you sign, you get recognition for it. I'm not saying you don't get recognition if you're not signing, but if you're doing the things, you will sign. And so it's like a full circle of life. Okay. So I still don't know where your face is, but you can go ahead and just share a little bit about you. Where'd she go? Megan?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
you. No, you're fine.
So I went to high school with Eden. Sorry, I just took my eyelashes off today too, so I look like a Nick and Mole rat. But Eden and I went to high school together, and I watched her for about 2 years. And I just had this little guy about 5.5 months ago. So I used to do lashes. I went to cosmetology school and I did lashes for a couple years, and I made a pretty good living off of that. But when it came time for me to like go back to work, I just couldn't stand leaving this little guy. And he actually has a metabolic disorder. So I just knew that leaving him with somebody else was really risky, and I didn't want to risk that. So I saw Eden's post and I was just like, I'm ready to join. Let's do this. So
I love it. So you guys, she just literally said she was watching Eden for 2.5 years. So
Yeah.
your next rock star, they might not be in your inbox yet, but they will be if you stay consistent. In the meantime, Eden also went triple. So that's awesome. So
Yeah.
What rank are you right now?
Right now I'm Ruby. I'm going for Emerald.
Yay. Okay. Awesome. So how long have you been in the business?
So I started at the very end of January, and I signed 8 distributors this month.
Woo! Okay. So how are you doing it?
Honestly, host to post and following up with people. Following up is like huge. I kind of at first was nervous to follow up with people and nervous to get out of my comfort zone, but honestly, I kind of got to the point where like this is my only option. If I don't make this work, then I have to go like back to work, and I don't want to do that. So I kind of put like my, like, I wouldn't say pride, but like I put like my ego aside, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to message, and if I bug them, like I bug them, but they're not going to block me. So I just follow up with them as much as I can until they like really say that they're not interested. And then I'm like, okay, no worries. And if I message them for like a loyal customer or anything like that, and they say that they're not interested, or if I follow up with them and they say like they're not interested, then I'm like, okay, no worries. And then I turn them into a host to post.
Okay. I love that. So do you just message for host to post, or do you like offer the business or product first?
I do both, but lately I've been doing more host to post. I've been focusing more on host to post.
Okay, awesome. And then how do you seal the deal? Do you just talk to them, or do you use,
I use voice message.
Okay, awesome. I love it. So when you're following up, what do you say? Because that's a question that I think a lot of people are like, well, what do I say without just being like, sign up?
I honestly use the scripts that Jamie has provided for us in our team page. But the way that I feel like it really works is I follow up with voice message. So I literally just have that on my laptop, and I just kind of read it out to them. I'm like, hey girl, you know, how are you doing? I just wanted to see if you're still interested, and blah, blah. And then, yeah.
Okay, awesome. You guys, I've always heard, well, not heard, but I know this to be a fact now. It's super important, you guys, like the fortune is in the follow-up. Most people are not going to sign up the first time you talk to them. Some people are, but not everybody is going to. They say the average, it takes like 6 or 8 times for them to actually say yes after they've seen something or been followed up with multiple times. Okay, so that's going to be like so freaking important when you're doing the things, because if you skip that step, you are skipping sealing the deal. You're doing all the work for someone else that is going to follow up or is going to message. It's true. Like if you don't stay organized, you will lose people, because I've lost people too. And that's like super important, you guys, to stay organized with it. Like when I'm promoting, I am like super, super, super organized, because you can't, I don't even care if you're going Ruby. I don't care if you're going ambassador. You have to be organized and know exactly what you need, where you need it. For example, when I have someone that is like saying, oh, I'm gonna promote this month to Emerald or whatever. And I'm like, okay, perfect. Send me your chart. And they're like, oh, but I don't know the BV. And they send me a chart without BV. I'm like, you're not promoting. Like, that sounds bad, but you're not promoting. It's not going to happen. If you don't know your goal, if you don't know exactly down to the T how much you need with customers and with distributors, you are not promoting. It's just not going to happen. It doesn't happen by accident, you guys. This is a business where you can make 6 figures from your phone. Do you think that's going to happen by accident? No. It's only going to happen if you are extremely intentional. So, how many of you guys are working from home or at home right now, quarantine, aka not going to a job right now? And just put it in the chat. So, you can be one of 2 people. There's 2 types of people in April, okay? And or even today, right? There's tons of you guys going diamond, double, ruby, emeralds, just in the next, today and tomorrow. But I'm talking about in the next 30 days. There's going to be 2 types of people. There are going to be people that are using this as an excuse, and there's going to be people who are completely taking advantage of the time they are at home and being able to help people. 2 types of people. You got to decide right now which one you're going to be. And just like Carly said, just like Megan said, it's so crazy that they all are actually saying the same thing. Just like Tiffany said, I one day decided and I started doing personal development, and all of a sudden I just exploded. Like the host of posts, it's freaking copy and paste messages. You guys, it's not brain surgery. It is very simple work. But it's the fact that you have to get your butt up to do it, right? No one's cracking the whip. You have to do it yourself. It doesn't matter if you are at home 12 hours a day right now and then you're working some. It doesn't matter what. You have to be one of those 2 people, and you have to decide now which one you're going to be, because you know what? I saw people that have gone presidential this month. We have someone going presidential this month. Savannah's going presidential. Ashley's going triple. There's so many promotions happening just this month that you have to decide if next month you're going to be one of those people promoting again or for the first time. It has to be a decision, and there's going to be noise. But this is one of those times where you have to decide what noise is going to be louder. And I have chosen to quiet the other noises and make my goals louder. And just like, I love it. Jade said it at conference. She's like, you have to be running so loud that you literally are hearing the wind blow in your hair. Like, that is what I have decided to do. If someone on your team is not working, I don't care. Take them off your chart if they don't have any customers. If one of your rubies is not working, I don't care. Take her off your chart. Move on. You don't have time, if you actually want to promote in the next 30 days, to wait for anyone. I will meet people where they're at. I will walk with you if you want to walk, but only when I'm talking to you. Besides that, you're not going to slow me down, and I'm not going to wait for you. And if I'm promoting and running, you're not going to be a part of that promotion unless you're running too. That doesn't mean you can't work your own business at your own pace. That's okay. I'll be here for you no matter what. But I'm not going to slow down my charts or my promotions or helping the people that I'm going to promote if you're slowing down. And so you have to make the decision, you guys, right now, and do the personal development every freaking day. You got to talk to your spouse about it, talk to your kids about it, set aside the time, and just do it. You have to be disciplined enough to turn off the TV and go read instead. I know it is so tempting. The TV is there to distract us. Even our phones are there to distract us. I had to start reading scriptures on Aaron's phone because he couldn't trust me to read them on my own. Like 2 weeks ago, he's like, okay, before we turn on the TV at night, we're just going to read some scriptures and then we can relax and whatever. And I was like, okay, fine. So I'm on my phone and he's like, okay, well, clearly like people are messaging you and you have zero self-control because things are popping up. So we had to switch phones. And my Instagram is logged into his. He's like, just don't do it. But anyway, so that's what we had to do in order to, I want that, you guys. I want to be spiritually full. I want it, right? Like it feels so good, but it is so easy to say yes to those other things. It's so freaking easy. And so you have to put things in place to make the easy things harder and the harder things easy. And I'm not going to lie to you and say that it's going to be so easy for you to hit your promotion. There's going to be some keyboard crazy people at home right now. Oh, the freaks are out. I swear. I don't say freaks in a bad way. I just mean like the crazies are out, right? Like I make a post and someone's like, you should be social distancing. And I'm like, this is from like 4 weeks ago. I'm like, get off of my freaking back, right? And I have people that are commenting stuff and she's like, well, are we this or we that? And I'm like, listen, bro, stay out of my business, okay? Like they're going to be out for you and you got to be running so fast. And that's what I decided because last week I was letting a few of them like get to me. And I was like, you know what? Unfriend, bye, block, peace out. I don't have any freaking time for it. I just don't. If I want to hit my goals. Yeah, you got to protect your mindset. It's like a plant, right? You're growing your plant every single day. And then someone comes in with some freaking weed killer and all over your roses and they're trying to kill it. And you're like, no, back off, right? Like that's what you have to be. And it's going to be hard work. It's going to be super hard work to make huge leaps and bounds in the next 30 days. But I have full belief that every single one of you guys can do it. And you can make it happen. And we can all, do it together because it's just a numbers thing, right? It seems like negative people tend to be louder, right? Like if you guys go and on Yelp, it doesn't matter if it's your favorite restaurant in the world, there's going to be a 12-to-1 ratio of negative reviews because people want to talk about the bad. They want to talk about the negative. They want to talk about the guy that's following them in Walmart. And I'm like, these poor guys, some of them are probably just shopping, like people want to talk about the negative all the freaking time. Okay. And so you have to be louder. I have decided I am going to be so much louder. My stories, my excitement, my happiness. I'm sharing more about what my kids are doing. I'm sharing more videos of my kids playing. I'm sharing more TikToks because you know what? I got time. I can do them. They're fun. They're funny. You have to be so loud. You guys, if your stories have like 5 slides in them, you're doing it wrong. Like you should be sharing so much good and positive and shouting people out and, sharing what all these 50,000 people are doing around you. Even if you're brand new, you can go on any team page, on any leaders page, and you have about 100,000 people to shout out. We as a team, as a company, have to be louder about the good things that It Works is doing. And that's the only way that people are going to become a part of this. Okay. And so I have made full wholehearted decision to go all in 110%. And like, you guys might be like, well, you kind of seem like you're all in, but I know my difference. I know what all in is to me. And it's not the work, it's the mind. It is. It's the personal development at a different level. It's me rounding up my team at a different level. Like it's just different. So anyways, guys, yes, Shandy, you are going presidential this year. Okay, so who is promoting this month? Shout it out in the chat. And who is promoting next month? I want you guys to share that in here. Let's keep each other accountable. Like it's super important. And I will say this too, it's very important to have an accountability partner or just someone to talk to where you guys can bounce ideas off of each other and just talk about your businesses, because then you're never going to feel alone, and that's the biggest thing that you can do wrong is isolate yourself. Even if you're running, if you isolate yourself from your team, they're not going to feel your excitement. I have a girl who's going diamond this month and she's doing amazing. And I'm like, I knew she was doing amazing because I talked to her each day, but I'm like, you're not being loud enough for your team. they don't know you're doing amazing. You're not sharing it in your chat. You're not sharing it on your stories. You're not shouting people out. Like, nobody knows the amazingness that's happening right now. And so that's so important, you guys. So anyways, yeah, diamonds. Let's get those diamonds. And so we have, 30 hours or 36 hours left to get as many distributors in. And so my goal is to sign 4 more distributors by the end of this month and just get that race ready to run for April. All right. Well, we're ending 18 minutes early, but that's what happens when we're winging it. Okay. And Ashley and Savannah and all their team, they need to get back to work because they need to go get their presidential team promotion right now. Yeah, she's like, sorry, I gotta go. So I will see you guys later, and I hope you have a good Monday.